Imagine you're standing inside a grand, ancient church. You can almost see the sunlight filtering through stained glass windows. Smell the faint scent of old wood and incense, and feel the weight of centuries of history. All around you, people are praying. But if you could see into their minds, you might find questions that are never spoken aloud in a place like this. Why is that? It's because there are certain topics that churches, for centuries, have intentionally avoided, and the reasons behind this silence are far more complex and profound than you might imagine. Let's explore why, for thousands of years, religious institutions have presented themselves as the sole keepers of the truth. They offer guidance, comfort, and a clear path. But what if the truth isn't the whole story? What if there are secrets they're afraid to touch? Consider this. Historical facts show that many religious texts, including the Bible, have been altered over time. Translations changed meanings, passages were added or removed, and political leaders often interfered to shape the narrative to their advantage. If a church were to openly admit that the very words they preach have been subject to human error and manipulation, it could shake the foundation of its followers' faith. It's a risk most are unwilling to take, so they choose silence. Then there's the dark side of history. We've all heard stories of the Middle Ages, the brutal inquisitions, the heresy trials, the fierce opposition to scientific pioneers like Galileo. Churches were at the center of these events, sometimes endorsing actions that we would now consider horrific. But when was the last time you heard a sermon dedicated to frankly discussing and atoning for these chapters? It's rare. Why? Because acknowledging these past sins would shatter the carefully constructed image of moral perfection and divine guidance. It's easier to bury the past than to confront the uncomfortable truths it holds. This isn't just about protecting an image. It's about maintaining authority. And that brings us to the core of the issue: power and control. Religion is a powerful social force. It can unite communities, inspire great acts of charity, and provide immense comfort. But it can also be a tool for maintaining a specific social order. Think about interfaith dialogue. If a church were to openly engage with other religions, like Islam or Buddhism, on completely equal footing, admitting that other paths might be just as valid, it would risk losing its unique claim to being the one true way. This claim is a cornerstone of its power. By maintaining a sense of spiritual superiority, a church keeps its followers close and discourages them from looking elsewhere for answers. Opening the door to other truths means weakening their own control. This ties directly into human psychology, something religious leaders have understood for millennia. Humans are drawn to mystery, but we are also governed by a deep-seated fear of the unknown. Churches provide a sense of certainty in a chaotic world. They offer clear answers to life's biggest questions: where we came from, why we're here, and where we're going. Now, imagine if all the historical inaccuracies, political manipulations, and hidden truths were laid bare. The average person would naturally start to wonder, if this part wasn't true, what else have I been told that might be false? This single question is perhaps the church's greatest fear. It invites critical thinking and personal inquiry, which can lead people away from institutionalized belief and onto a path of their own discovery. In today's world, this strategy of avoidance is becoming harder and harder to maintain. The internet, social media, and the free flow of information are exposing everything. Academic research and historical documents are available to anyone with a few clicks. Yet, many churches continue to hold on to their secrets, hoping to keep the curtain from being fully pulled back. They know that once it is, there's no going back. The old structures of authority and control will be challenged like never before. So yes, churches avoid certain topics. They do it to protect faith, to preserve their image, to maintain power, and to prevent the very questions that can unravel the systems they built over centuries. But the real question we should be asking is not why they hide these truths, but are we, as individuals, ready to hear them? Are we brave enough to look behind the curtain and decide for ourselves? If you are ready to explore these secrets further, make sure you subscribe to our channel. In our next video, we're going to uncover some even more shocking facts that have been hidden in plain sight. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching.